What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Matthews back at it again with another hometown take. Today, I am discussing the NBA, but not the Atlanta Hawks. I'll throw them in there a little bit, but I'm switching it up. Earlier, I gave you guys a video on why Giannis Antetokounmpo should go to the Atlanta Hawks. You can find that right here. But before I get into today's video, make sure you guys comment on the video I'm giving y'all right now. Tell me your thoughts. At the end of the day, I want to hear from y'all. I want y'all's input, y'all's perspective, because it gives me perspective and it makes us all better. So go ahead and leave your comment. Tell me what you think. Like this video, and most importantly, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Trying to get 300 subscribers before I go ahead and move on with this month and continue my greatness into the next month. So I'm trying to get 300 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you're going to hit that subscribe button. Y'all been so great at subbing lately and commenting. I appreciate it. Keep it up, please. I've got over 100 subscribers now, so I'm trying to get to 300 by the end of the month because your boy is ambitious. He got goals and he got visions. You dig? All right, so let's go ahead and get right into the video today. I'm not talking about Giannis again going to the Atlanta Hawks. If he doesn't go to the Hawks, let me go ahead and tell you where my loyalties lie. I am a Hawks fan, true to the soul. I support all my Atlanta sports teams. I'm a Hawks fan. I'm a Braves fan. I'm a Falcons fan. I'm an Atlanta Dream, Georgia, and Georgia Tech fan. That's how big of an Atlanta sports fan I am. But I'm talking about if Giannis chooses not to go to the Hawks, or if the Hawks don't get Giannis Antetokounmpo, where would be another good landing spot for him? The Miami Heat. Yes, the team that just knocked him out would be a great landing spot for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Why? Because first, the Miami Heat have dogs. They got dogs in Miami. They got people who are scrappy, who fight and who claw and do whatever they have to do to win the game. They got dogs in them. They got some dog catching in them. All right now? Miami Heat, they got a good, young, scrappy team led by Jimmy Butler, who is the biggest fighter and scrapper and one of the toughest guys in the league himself. So he brought that attitude, he brought that culture to Miami, and the guys follow right behind him in being tough and scrappy. So that's number one. Miami Heat are a team that do not take no for an answer, and they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to win, which is one of the reasons why they beat Giannis's Milwaukee Bucks. They out-toughed them. They wanted it more, and so they took it. Number two, the Miami Heat not only have toughness all over their team, but they got some good basketball players, y'all. People have been asleep on Miami. I think this whole entire team, we always knew they were a dark horse, but people now realize they got guys who can fill it up point blank, period. They got guys who can put the ball in the bucket, all right? Let me give y'all some stats. One, the biggest stat is during the regular season this year, the Miami Heat had eight guys who averaged double figures throughout the whole entire season this year. They had 8 guys. Let me go ahead and give you some stats for the Miami Heat real quick. I mean, it is just crazy to look it up. And they're one of like maybe 3 or 4 teams who had 8 players averaging in double figures this whole entire season. So the Miami Heat are it's dogs, and then they talented too, man. They got guys who can fill it up. So let me just go ahead and pull up these stats for y'all real quick. So during the entire 2019-2020 regular season, here are the statistics. Jimmy Butler led the team obviously in scoring, 19.9 points per game, but right behind him was Goran Dragic at 16.2. Then the other all-star in Miami, Bam Adebayo, 15.9 rebounds. Also 10.2 rebounds, 15.9 points, 10.2 rebounds. Double-double guy this season. Kendrick Nunn, who the Miami Heat, I'll get into this in just a second, but the Miami Heat haven't even really had Kendrick Nunn, who was a finalist for Rookie of the Year, did his thing this year and balled out. He averaged 15.3 points this season. The Miami Heat haven't really had him during this whole playoff run in the bubble. So they've been doing what they've been doing without Kendrick Nunn. So, I mean, that is even more kudos to Miami, who, I'll get to this again in just a second, who has 6 players right now averaging double figures. But if Kendrick Nunn was himself, now if you don't know, Kendrick Nunn got unfortunately COVID-19, and he has, been trying to get back, and he's had some conditioning issues, so just hasn't been able to really get back and get his legs under him yet after having coronavirus. But once he gets back right. So maybe this series, or even if they do advance to the finals, Kendrick Nunn is going to be back, and he's going to be filling it up too. Probably another double-digit score for them. But to move on, he averaged 15.3 points per game. Tyler Hero, good young. He looks like a mini Klay Thompson to me. I mean, he looks like another version of Klay Thompson. He averaged 14.7 points per game. Jamison Crowder, good midseason pickup, averaged 12.8 points per game. And Duncan Robinson, a man who just does not miss from the three-point line, 10.6 points per game. 8 guys who averaged in double figures this regular season. And I actually missed some here. Also, Justice Winslow, who is no longer a member of the Miami Heat, got traded to the Memphis Grizzlies, part of that Andre Iguodala deal, but he also averaged double figures this time. So you kind of think, kind of balances out. But still, 7-8 guys who had double figures this whole entire regular season. Not only does that say they have guys who are talented on that team, but they have a balanced offense. They don't rely just on Jimmy Butler. They don't rely just on Bam Adebayo. They don't rely on just their good young rookie and Kendrick Nunn. It's everybody. It's a team effort. They don't get caught up in stats. Everybody just does their job, does their thing, knows their role. So we got Tyler Hero able to create his own shot, shoot some three-pointers. Duncan Robinson, a three-point specialist. Kendrick Nunn can get buckets off the dribble, knock down the three. Bam Adebayo doing his thing in the post. He can also stretch the floor, and we know Jimmy Buckets does Jimmy Buckets things. And Goran Dragic, a good veteran, tough point guard as well, fills it up too. So they just got some good pieces, man, and they just have a good scheme. That's just a great franchise run down there in Miami. Always been a good franchise. Always been a good sports. One of the best sports franchises overall. The Miami Heat, run by Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, a championship-winning coach. Coach LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. He was the coach of that team, and he kept it together. He put together back-to-back championships and 4 straight finals appearances for the Miami Heat. So kudos to Eric Spoelstra as well. He knows how to coach. He's doing his thing, and he's got these guys going in Miami. So why Giannis should go to the Miami Heat? I'm telling you, it wouldn't all have to be on Giannis Antetokounmpo. I just laid out 7-8 guys during the regular season for the Miami Heat were in double figures this whole season. If you look over to the Bucks, it wasn't quite the same story. And pretty much everything was on Giannis. Yes, he had Chris Middleton, and I mean, he did good in the regular season. I'll lay out the regular season numbers for y'all, but still, the Milwaukee Bucks only had 4 compared to the Miami Heat's 8. They had 4 guys only averaging double figures this season. So it kind of just shows the imbalance of their team. Yeah, they had some good role players who put up some okay points, but you don't have the cohesion and the team balance and the balanced offensive attack that the Miami Heat have. And if Giannis joined the Miami Heat, he wouldn't have to do everything. He wouldn't have to take it coast to coast, dribble up the court, be a part of it every play. He could take some plays off offensively, be even better on defense because he's not having to use all his energy on offense. So it will be a great situation for Giannis because he doesn't have to do everything. He can put some of the onus on Jimmy Butler. He has guys like Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn who can fill it up. He doesn't have to do everything. That takes a lot of pressure off Giannis Antetokounmpo. So he would mesh down there. Jimmy Butler, he's got good guard play, and Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic, Kendrick Nunn. And he's got a big man right beside him in Bam Adebayo who could also defend and fill it up and who's also versatile. So, and then he could just do his thing in the post. He wouldn't necessarily have to take people off the dribble because we know Giannis can drive it to the rim. He doesn't have to necessarily play in the perimeter and take three-pointers that he doesn't want to take. You could throw it to Giannis in the post and just let him straight up do post work. They could have a good inside again with Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, all those guys. So many pieces, and you don't even have to lose any of those guys because you can sign Giannis in free agency. Now, I don't necessarily know what Miami's cap space is looking like, but Duncan Robinson is on his rookie deal. Tyler Hero is on his rookie deal. Kendrick Nunn is a rookie. So, and Bam Adebayo, I think he did just get a contract, but you can make it work, is what I'm saying. A lot of these guys are still on their rookie deals. You can make it work. You can sign Giannis to a probably good deal, and maybe he'll take a pay cut because he's getting saved going to Miami, and he knows he can win a championship if he goes to Miami. Miami's about to make it to the finals without him, possibly. They can definitely beat the Boston Celtics. It's not going to be easy, but Miami can take down the Boston Celtics. It won't be easy, but they can make the finals without even a Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's how good this team is. And if you add Giannis to that mix, what? That would be crazy. And that's just a great landing spot for Giannis Antetokounmpo. So let me go ahead and give you guys, what Giannis was working with in Milwaukee, because it wasn't that great. I mean, yes, like I said, no disrespect. Milwaukee was a great team. More so a great regular season team, but they had their flaws in the postseason, guys. It was all kind of on Giannis. And once that game slowed down, because the game slows down a lot in the playoffs, you guys know this. Giannis shows some weaknesses. That jumper is a weakness. Him having to do everything is a weakness. Chris Middleton didn't do a whole lot in the postseason for the Bucks. He couldn't take that other shoulder load. So it seems like Giannis needs another guy. It can't just be all Giannis, which you're not mad at. LeBron needs another guy. A lot of these dudes out here need another guy. Russ needs James. I mean, come on now. It's all about duos right now in the NBA. Giannis, during the 2019-2020 regular season, here's how it's breakdown. Giannis was averaging 29.5 points per game and almost jumped down 10 points. Chris Middleton averaging 20.9 points a game. Eric Bledsoe, 14.9. Brook Lopez, 12 points per game. After that, it's all down to single-digit scoring. So only 4 guys in double figures during the regular season for the Milwaukee Bucks, compared to 8 guys from Miami who were in double figures the whole entire season. Come on now. In a game that is, yes, you need your stars at the end of the day. You have Giannis, you have Jimmy, but those role players got to come in clutch, and that's what we saw happen to the Bucks. They were the Miami Heat were able to shut down Giannis, and those role players didn't step up. Chris Middleton did okay, but he didn't do what all he needed to do. George Hill didn't step up like he needed to. I mean, Eric Bledsoe was fine. Brook Lopez was fine, but Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Bam Adebayo, they did what they had to do, and they took down the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm just saying, Giannis. KD did it. They wouldn't be mad if you did it. It's not like you're joining a 73-9 team like KD did. You just joining a really good team that you could easily be a championship contender with. You would probably be the favorite in the East if you go to the Miami Heat. You are already a favorite with the Bucks, with a lesser team. If you go to Miami Heat with a stacked team like that, come on, man. I'm just saying, that's a great landing spot for Giannis and the Bucks. And even in the postseason, these guys have been getting it in the Miami Heat. 6 guys averaging double figures, and you know how much that lineup shrinks down. Coaches don't go with a 10-man roster. They kind of shrink it down to 5, 6, 8 guys. So, and the Miami Heat have still been getting it done in the playoffs. Still have a balanced attack. 6 guys, like I said, scoring in double figures. I'm gonna give you those stats here in just a second. But Giannis, if you're watching this video, first of all, thank you. Second of all, think about it. I mean, it's a good landing spot. And you got a great coach in Eric Spoelstra, a great, obviously a great former head coach, and now he's in the front office in Pat Riley. But listen to these stats. Jimmy Butler, 21.8 points per game in the postseason. This is the postseason now. Goran Dragic, 21.1. Bam Adebayo, 16.2, 11.7 rebounds per game. Tyler Hero, 14.7 points. Jamison Crowder, 12.8 points. Duncan Robinson, 10.6. These guys are consistently good, consistently play their role, and consistently put up numbers. This is a consistently good team who brings toughness, brings grit every single night to the basketball court. Giannis will do the same thing. We saw how much Giannis bulked up. He came into the league a scrawny dude, and he bulked up and did what he had to do. He has that work ethic. He has that toughness as a defensive player in the year. He will match up well and mesh well with Jimmy Butler, and the rest of those guys fit in right into the culture, and these guys could rule the East. Giannis, think about it. I want you to come to the Hawks, but if you don't go to the Hawks and that don't work out, you go to the East of Miami Heat. That's scary, dog. That's scary. All I'm saying, guys, think about it. That's a nasty matchup. But tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think Giannis should go to the Heat? Y'all think he should go to the Hawks? Where's the best fit for Giannis Antetokounmpo to go? He is a free agent after next year. And there's been words, peeps around the league about him possibly wanting to leave. So we're thinking about some landing spots for him, and tell me what you guys think. Where do you think he should go? Where's the best fit for Giannis Antetokounmpo if it's not in Milwaukee? Again, make sure you like this video. Tell me what you think. Give me your thoughts. Give me your perspective. And most importantly, subscribe to my channel. Trying to get the subs up. Trying to get to 300 by the end of the month. 300 done. So, do what you got to do. And until I talk to you guys next time, peace.